Now, boys and girls, this drum is called a djembe. Say djembe.
Djembe.
Notice about the djembe, it's big on the top and it's small at the bottom. And the unique thing about the djembe is you can get lows or highs. You like the higher pitch sound?
Mali? Where's Mali?
Has anybody ever heard of the country Mali? Okay.
I know a Mali.
You know a Mali?
And her sister's name was Polly.
Mali and Polly. Okay. Well, the djembe was created in the great empire of Mali. Okay? And in Mali was like America. It was this great country on the continent of Africa. And the Malaysian people had the best armies, the best musicians, the best scientists, the best mathematicians, and they were like the America. Now in America we have North America and South America, but all of these countries make up the Americas. Well, that's how Mali was. But the cool thing about Africa is, on the continent of Africa, we have many countries, and many countries have different instruments. These drums right here are called ashiko. Can you say ashiko?
Ashiko.
And notice they're shaped differently. They're shaped like a cone. It doesn't have the same shape as the djembe, where it's large at the top and slim at the bottom. And the unique thing about that drum is, listen to its sound.
Higher pitch sound.
Higher pitch sound.
And what about these?
Now, let's talk about these two drums. These two drums are called the jum jum. Say jum jum. And the same principle. The lower, the bigger the lower, the smaller the higher. And the jun is the bass drums. You seen the marching band before? 1, 2, boom, 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 boom. That's the bass drum of the djembe ensemble. Now the unique thing about the djembes is the two instruments, when they're played with two different players, they create two different rhythms. And then notice we use a bell with this. The names of the drums. What were these ones called? Ashiko. Say ashiko.
Ashiko.
What are these drums called? Djembe. And these drums are called junjun.
Junjun.
All right, very good.
But you know what, Mr. Sam, but what about the melody?
The melody.
The melody. The melody of the music is what gives you the tone. That's the part that you whistle. That's the part that you sing. Well, we have... Oh, her name is Melody?
Really?
Okay. Well, you're named after one of the elements of music. Wow. So you must be very musical.
Yes.
Right here, we have an instrument that's known by a couple of different names in different languages. One, everybody say imbira. Can you say imbira? Can you say kalimba? Those are two different names, and one of the interesting things about African instruments is no matter where you go, it'll be the same instrument, but it might have a different name because it's in a different language. Okay? And now, as you can see, this one has a different shape than this one. This one's made out of a gourd, a calabash. How many people love squash? Well, this is made out of something similar to a squash, and then it was dried out. And we call it a thumb piano because you use your thumb.
I saw one of those before.
Okay, let's see if you can recognize this tune. Let's see if you can recognize this tune. Ready? Play. You're from Pakistan, aren't you? Yes, that's Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Right, that's Mary Had a Little Lamb. Right.
I know, you're trying to...
But no, that's a familiar melody.
It is a familiar melody. Here you go round the mulberry bush, mulberry bush. Yeah, it's Mary Had a Little Lamb.
That's Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Now listen to what we can do with these instruments. It's melody, right? But listen. Isn't that pretty? Is that too loud?
No.
That's a nice sound for you, isn't it?
sound.
Nice, pretty sound. Now imagine a group. Listen up, listen. Imagine a group where you have 10 or 15 of these. Imagine how beautiful that would sound. And so that's the thumb piano. And it's made out of wood and metal. By the way, see the drum heads right here? Do you know what they used to make all of them out of? They still make a lot of them out of this. But you know what they used to make them out of? Cow skin.
Cow skin.
Cow skin.
Yes.
Yes.
Yellow.
And they make the drum, this part will be cut, sometimes they'll cut it from an entire tree. And they'll make big, huge log drums from a tree. And all the wood comes from, obviously, trees. Trees? Yes.
I'm trying to tree with apples.
Well, not necessarily an apple tree, but different kinds of trees. Okay, and bells. You know, we didn't talk about bells in the last class. We need to talk about bells. The bell is a very important instrument. Can you get a stick? The bell is a very important instrument in all kinds of music. The bell is what sets the rhythm a lot of times for the other instruments. And the people know what dance moves to do just by how the bell plays. These are called, well, a common term would be a go-go bell, and I forget the other term.
Goncagwe.
Goncagwe. Goncagwe. Okay, and you've seen bells. How many people have seen a cowbell?
That's really loudy. That was loud.
That was loud, but I bet you're loud on the playground. Oh, you heard us outside? Good. Okay, so now we have one more instrument to show you. One more type of instrument. Mr. Sam?
This is called a shekere. Say shekere. And if you notice when we were talking about the kalimba, it's made out of a gourd. Look on the inside right there. This is a squash. This grew on a tree, and then they took a spoon and they took all of the fruits and vegetables out.
It's just like when they take out when you take a pumpkin at Halloween, and you clean out all the insides of the pumpkin to make a jack-o'-lantern.
Right. You take everything out. Well then, now what happens is, you leave it out in the sun and it gets hard. And they call it a calabash or a gourd, and you can use it for putting beads in, or you can use it for carrying water. But once you put these beads on the outside, then it becomes the musical instrument we know as shekere.
And you know, what other instrument do we know of that's similar to this, but instead of the beads being on the outside, they're on the inside?
What about the blue one?
It's well, that's just another shekere. How many people know what maracas are? From Mexico and from South America, you shake it and the beads are on the inside. Well, it's the same concept. The difference is, in this case, the beads are on the outside. And that's it.
Yeah, and if you notice, like we said, these gourds grew on a tree. And when they grew on the tree, you see they have a little neck, because this part of the vine is connected to the tree. And so you cut off the top so you can get a spoon in there and take all the food out. But right, it's just the same kind of instrument. Got it? Aha!
I can twirl some toys.
Good.